Alright, deplorables. I'm going to apologize in advance for all the background noise, but I'm doing this from the front yard. Too much sun in the backyard, and since they cut down the woods behind the house, really have no place to go now. Not anything close. So what I want to do, I want to talk to you about making cordage. I do the cordage out of sinew, tendons, stuff like that. You can do cordage out of grass, tree bark, however you render it. Now, this right here is sinew. This is this stuff right here. This is silver skin off of a deer that I shot last year during hunting season, and I've got a bunch of this in the garage, and I have it drying. Now, what happens when you go to render this down? You see when I bend it, how that white piece and how everything starts to fall out. You have those little strands. Well, that's what this is, and I have it twisted and braided into cordage, and it can be used for securing your broadheads on your arrows, or this bone knife that I made. That's sinew there. It's waxed, keeps some moisture out, but it also keeps the blade in. This is a two-piece bone knife, full tang. Blade goes all the way through to about this far down in the handle. So there's different things you can do. This is also from a leg bone of a deer that I shot a year before last, and did the wrapping myself. So just some different things that you can do with this. Also, if you need to make a primitive bow, this stuff right here is very strong enough you could use it as a bowstring. Now you see these pieces that are sticking out. This is where I actually joined another piece of sinew and sent it and made it longer. So that's three points, and you can see, as you can tell, me pulling on it, it's tight. I'm not sure what the tensile strength is, but if you need lashing, you need to set up your tents or bowstring, or you need to tie something down, I wouldn't be afraid to use this. What I'm going to do is, I haven't rendered any of this down yet. That'd be another video. What I have done is I have a professionally rendered and waxed sinew. This is this. So this is before and after. It has so many uses, and you can, once you get into the woods, if you need cordage, this little technique that I'm about to show you now can be done with tree bark, dead grass, you can do it with cattail stems. Get everything rendered right and broken down, and then learn this twist that I'm going to show you, and you'll have cordage everywhere you go. On this professional stuff, it is a 3-ply braid, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that out, and I'm just going to run that down the middle just like this, pull that center braid out, and then with that I will have these other two come right out. So I'll have these 3 strands. So what I'm going to do is I'll start it and get it rolled in there, and then we'll splice these other two in there. I'll do is set that right there. Alright, what I'm going to do is we'll start out and we'll go down about a little less than halfway. Just a tad less than halfway. And I'm just going to put an overhand knot in it. That overhand knot, I have a loop. And that'll give me two pieces, one longer than the other. And then what we'll do, when you're running it, try not to knock this over. What I'm doing is I'm going to take and I'm going to twist. I'm going to twist away from me. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm twisting away and I'm grabbing this bottom piece and I'm twisting up. And I'll twist away and I'll twist up. I don't know if you can see that. I'm twisting. I'll twist away from me and I'll grab that bottom piece and I'll twist it up. And you see, I don't know if you can see how it comes back on itself. So, just take a twist, bring up. Top one is twist away, bottom one is pulled towards you. Now that the bottom one's the top, you'll twist away, pull the bottom one up. You can sit there in the living room watching TV or around a campfire and you can make yourself all this cordage in no time. It's only been maybe what, 30 seconds with the explanation, and I have a decent amount already. All right. I'm hoping that you're getting this. And the tighter you can pull with your fingers to bring it around from the bottom, the tighter you can do that, the more uniform your twist will be. Again. Twist it and then bring it up. That's all it is. Twist it and bring it up. It just doesn't take long at all once you get the hang of it. And then once I get this done up, I'll do a splice for you. Trying to pay more attention to the camera, trying to make sure you guys are getting this. Alright, so we'll give this a shot. It's twist away and then bring to me. Twist away and then bring to me. Twist away and bring to you. Twist away, and the bottom one is brought up towards you. It's going to take a little getting used to. It's something you're not used to doing. And once you get used to the twist, you'll have your finger dexterity. So it's kind of hard to do this with my cell phone and a tripod. All right, twist it, boom. Twist him forward and bring him back. Twist and then bring back. So once you get the hang of it, it goes pretty quick. Alright, now what I'm going to do is we have this right here, and I'm going to use this much to do my splice. The longer you have, or the longer you have on your splice to put it in the main body, the stronger that splice is going to be. You don't want to start splicing it right about here, because then you're not going to have much to hold on to when it's down here. So we take where the splice comes in, we take this piece and we go in behind. So we come in behind that splice. And then what we're going to do is we're going to twist the splice, or the last part of this, we're going to twist it against this. So you'll have these two that you're going to twist. That's twisted, right? And when you twist that, sorry, I just got bit. All right, we'll bring it as close in as you can get it. And then twist it. And when you twist it, it bites against that other piece. And then you'll bring the main body back up. And then it starts wrapping on itself. See? This takes a lot of practice, but once you get it, it'll be worth it, trust me. And what I'm doing is by cutting small pieces or sections of this off, which is, I think this is 20 yards, 30 yards, and then using the 3-ply, I'm actually getting a longer rope or cordage out of that 20 yards. You know, depending on how long your stay in the wilderness is going to be, you know, you could be out there for an unforeseen amount of time. You may run out of all of your man-made materials, everything you got at the store, all your 550 cord, all your kite string, and then you're gonna need to know how to do this, because you're not always going to have man-made materials. Not in a shit his fan situation. And it depends on how your scavenging skills go. You know, is it a man-made disaster, or Mother Nature just decided it's time to purge, and then whatever she's got going on, is it going to be feasible to go into the city? You know, is it that devastating of an incident where we're going to be without power for an unknown period of time, where there may be anarchy in the streets? You know, you see how people are now with the laws that we have, and the laws that are on the books now are the only thing that's keeping society going. What happens if and when that happens to fall apart, and you have those people who don't care about the law? Is it safe to go into the city? Is it safe to go into these homes and scavenge? Is somebody home? Somebody been ran off? Sooner or later, man-made material, given the devastation of the incident, would run out. And these things that I'm showing now are what our ancestors used to do. This is how the Indians, the Native Americans did this. This is how our ancestors back, you know, thousands of years ago, this is what they did to survive. Now you see how much I've done just in this amount of time. And it's only been about 18 minutes, and that's with setup, instruction, and everything. So there's things you want to think about. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, instead of running another section in and going all the way down. But you see how long that is, and it is almost comparable to the other one that I've done. So let me get this locked in just a tad more, and I'll show you how strong that is. And you see where my splice is. What we'll do to lock this in for now, or when you're at the end of your rope, so to speak, all you got to do is an overhand knot to tie it all in, and then you can go from there on how you need to store it, how you want to store it. I know I tried to show this to some people at one of the classes, and I don't know if I just didn't explain it right, or if I just went too fast or what, but I noticed that a lot of people were having an issue with how to do it. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wrap that around my finger, around there. Alright, and you see I'm pulling. See, it's how deep it is into my skin, how it is there. I'm pulling on this, and it's not breaking, it's not giving. So that tells you how strong it is. That'd make a nice bowstring. So hopefully you guys will be able to get something from this other than my ugly mug staring at you. But once you get everything settled in, you get your length on it, then you just take and snip these. Just snip these with a knife, cut them flush, you know, work the wax back over them, and then you should be good to go. So, cordage, it can be done with grass, tall grass, dead grass. It can be done with bark. So, you're only limited by your imagination and knowledge. So, I suggest you get out there. You can watch these videos all day long, but if you don't do the groundwork, if you don't get out there and get some dirt under your fingernails and get the dirt work done, you're not going to know this. And knowing it in a time of need or not knowing it in a time of need is not the time to figure it out. You need to be able to boom, 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 Johnny on the spot, get it going, and get what you need done. Because it may not just be you out there. Maybe you and your little ones, you and your wife. You know, you never know when you're out there fishing, you're listening to the little ones, you know, play, and then all of a sudden you don't hear their voice, and then you turn around and they're not there. You go chase after them, try to figure it out, looking for the little ones, and they don't realize they're lost. You're in such a panic to try to find them that you're not paying attention to where you're going, and you don't leave a trail. You leave your bag where it's at, and you're just out there with a pocket knife. Always a what if. Don't be arrogant and say that it's not going to happen to you. It can happen to any of us at any given time. When God says it's time for your test, I hope you're ready for it. Don't let your arrogance get you killed or your family killed. Because if you're not there, who's going to take care of them when that time comes? And if you're out in the wilderness, they're going to depend on you. And if you don't know it, you run out of man-made materials. Think about them. You want to sacrifice yourself, that's one thing. But think about your family. And what are they going to do if and when you're gone? So, these things right here, learn them, stick them in that filing cabinet, use all the man-made material you want to, but when you're out of man-made material, know an alternate route to get something done. All right. So, all my deplorables out there, this is it. There's your rope, there's your cordage. You see how strong it is. There are your splices. You know, it's not that hard. And you guys want to do a one-on-one, just let me know. We'll get together and we'll get it going. So, I'm going to sign out, finish this off, and start working on a tarp. I'm going to try to do some tarp shelters and do a little something more than lean-tos and shelves and stuff. We try to do actual tents made out of tarps, get you completely out of the weather. And we'll splice this in right here. Just run it across. There's the splice, and it's back on itself. And we're off for another section. So, you guys have a good one. I hope I've explained this right, and I hope that the camera's been able to pick it up. and it hasn't been too distracting with meat in it, but I didn't know how else to set it up and still be able to get the view there. So hopefully everything's squared away. If not, you know how to get in touch with me, and I'll try to explain it a little bit better. So you guys have a good one, and thrive and survive. See you guys later. Deplorable 1 out.